The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City, our sight tonight. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Drummond.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Kennard in at the 3. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point.
If I had to pick one man in today's NBA to patrol the offensive glass for me, Drummond might be that guy.
It's Carter, high post, over Drummond. And the rebound goes to Griffin. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Jackson from long range. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. White drives in. He can't get it to go. The Pistons go the other way with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Stellar awareness. From Levine, I mean, seeing an opening and ripping through it with his relentless athleticism.
The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And there's the pass to Drummond. He kicks to Jackson. Back to Drummond. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complement each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
And both free throws good for Drummond.
Now, it took Drummond years of practice to improve his free throw shooting, and his hard work paid off little by little as his free throw percentage began creeping up. It's still a work in progress, though, but it's getting there.
To the paint. Markkanen down low. Defended by Griffin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Rose. He had 10 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Griffin.
This is the intensity Carter Jr. brings. I mean, he's a guy who really gets after it and tries to annoy shooters.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg, and when he's this active early, it's a sign this could be one of those big games for him.
Now, here's Markkanen. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Passes to Drummond. The dish to Griffin. A second chance effort. And it's Drummond missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Porter passes to Carter. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And Drummond, a fearsome defensive presence. I mean, he can put you on your heels.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Porter finds Levine. White against Rose. That gives them the lead.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And the Pistons with possession here. Trailing by 2. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Bulls.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Jazz, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played, plenty of time to turn things around.
And so it's Detroit with the ball.
We all know Markkanen can score, but it's really important that he continues to evolve on the defense.
Here's Levine, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Free throw good, Levine. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Pistons trail by 7. Here's Rose. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Will it go? Jackson misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Detroit has possession. 7-point differential. And Drummond kicks to Griffin. And again, Detroit turns it over.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Drummond. 4th in rebounding, 8th in field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And then Carter with the dunk.
What concentration from the big man right there. Carter Jr., I mean, he's experienced at converting difficult baskets.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency to fill out some leadership roles, but in Chicago, it's still a major market, and vets would love to come and play for the Windy City.
And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. The 4th spot held by Zach LaVine.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a 2-guard, that's what puts up the points these guys do. I mean, you have to have a versatile game to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
Changes up. Porter, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Rose against White. Pass to LaVine. Outside, Porter. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Markkanen. That misses off the backboard. Pistons trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
LaVine against Drummond. Good D by Drummond.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. Rose against White. Outside Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, you just can't talk enough about the playmaking ability of Jackson. He's just phenomenal in the screen and roll sets.
White looking around. On the wing, LaVine. From the arc. Here's Markkanen. And it's sent back by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Griffin with the ball. They get it back. Another shot. And it's Drummond missing. Chicago leading by 5. Here's White. Nice D from Griffin.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What an effort by Drummond, never giving up on the offensive glass and coming through with a big-time rim rocker.
White against Rose. Outside, LaVine. Pass to Young. They can use a bucket and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
He misses the free throw. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team, maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Wood. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Galloway. Kicks it to Doumbouya. Poked loose.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Satoransky. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 8.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Galloway, the pass to Wood. Dishes it to Doumbouya. Here's Satoransky. Here's Dunn. Offensive rebound. Felicio. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Galloway, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now, here's Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Here's Galloway. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Looking to end the run. And no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
They just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
And a major strength of this Pistons team in recent years has been their rebounding.
The whole team contributes, but a big part of that is Drummond. I mean, has only been emphasized more since Dwayne Casey has come in. A very tough team to deal with on the glass.
That's good from Doumbouya.
Yeah, Kevin, and last season, the Bulls making a deadline deal for Otto Porter. I mean, they were doing what they could to add to their youth core. They have quite a number of very young contributors.
And he makes both free throws. And C-Web guys like Levine and Carter, Markkanen, and Porter make up the core of this Bulls team.
Yeah, Kevin, and the Bulls were the second youngest team in the league last year. I mean, I know they're rebuilding and looking to the future. I mean, they have talent. It's just a matter of growing the right way.
Stolen by Doumbouya. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Offensive rebound, Wood. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here's Satoransky after the basket by Detroit. Young dishes to Dunn. With the tip, great positioning on the putback. Felicio's got 5 points so far.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Galloway, the pass to Morris. Fade away. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Young's shot is off. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pistons have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Mind the lane. One shot.
It's a brand new era in Detroit, Kevin. I mean, Dwayne Casey has been given the reins, and there's a lot to like about the future. In a short time, has Detroit excited.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The pass to Dunn. A 3-ball. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Doumbouya. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And now just a 4-point Chicago lead. 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Satoransky. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Dunn outside. He can't get that one to fall. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Snell. And so Snell nails both of them.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Bulls. They're up by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Valentine out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Felicio in at the center.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And Young now, top of the key. And it's denied. Fast break, Detroit. Jumboya gets a wide open look. Pistons working now with a new shot clock.
I mean, you got to respect the guts of Galloway. I mean, at 6'2", it's great to see him capitalize inside.
Bulls have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Satoransky with it. No points in the game yet for him. Now, here is Young. Defense right on him. 4 on the clock. Here's Dunn. That one, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Now, here's Satoransky. And Young slams it home.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely could have talked trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard of him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too, while they were talking.
You couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, yeah, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Free throw good, Levine. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Here's Kennard, guarded by Porter. Kennard, the pass to Drummond. They need this, and he lays it up and in. Drummond's got 10 points in the game.
Go-to option on offense. Give Drummond a rock. He'll find a way to score.
Lobs it up for Levine, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. To take a look at the Pistons, they're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Chicago, 2.5 games back.
And checking out Detroit, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
Greg, I wish I could say I saw this coming, but I had no idea. They put it together so early. Tremendous job by the coaching staff.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Drummond.
Oh, he's showing how dominant he can be. Drummond, when he's feeling it, he stays aggressive.
Outside, White. He dishes it to Levine. Over Jackson. Levine can't hit. Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Rose passes to Jackson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons. The Bulls shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Rose against White. On the wing, Levine. To halt the run. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jackson, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Now here's Levine. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Now here's Porter, guarded closely. Levine, the bounce pass. Trying to get open is Carter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons.
Adept at fooling defenders with the pump fake. Porter, you can't fall for it if you're the defense.
And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
Free throw good, Porter.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade, many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
He's off on the second.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their teams. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting was one of their bigger issues.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Porter is so tough to lock down. When he's driving inside, he's used to scoring despite getting hit.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Rose passes to Drummond. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for that game against the Warriors, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
The first one falls. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Here's Levine, and then Levine with the jam.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. See, Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt. They had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Markkanen. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, but Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt. And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between area.
White against Rose. Passes it to Levine. White up top. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Carter. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. A pull-up. The shot's good from Kennard.
Amazing awareness. He's committed to keeping his eyes up and teammates involved. That's the type of player Griffin is.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader. Has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play. And a quick look at the numbers for Kennard. Averaging 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
The Pistons leading. Jackson looking it over, and Drummond throws it down.
Well, you just got to respect the leaping ability of Drummond, leaving the floor effortlessly, throwing it through the hoop.
Now here's Levine. 12 points for him. He kicks it to Porter. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
No good that time. Bulls trail by 4. Here's White, and he banks in the layup. White's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. Outside Jackson, and Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a 3rd foul before the break. Now he might have to sit out until halftime.
Bulls making a switch here. Alicio's checked in. Pass to Jackson. Shoots from the elbow. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. White against Rose. And here's Porter. He's got 5. LaVine finds Porter and finished off by Porter.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Here's Rose. There's the triple. Pistons keep it alive. Here's Drummond, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Chicago. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Free throw good, Drummond. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They'd be bright, they'd be big, and we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris, or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're...
Wow, hammering it in!
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Markkanen trying to break loose. And the Bulls with another miss. Detroit leading by 5. Snell kicks to Jackson. 24 seconds left now here in the second. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Dunn against Jackson. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the night.
In an era where quality stretch bigs are valued so highly, Markkanen fits right into the league's mold.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Detroit. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and a monster amount of rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
So far, no one can match up with Andre Drummond. Using his strength to overpower people, athleticism to make plays to the rim. Terrific first half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups. If they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bulls trail by 5. On the court for the Pistons. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt, and it's Kennard in at the 3 slot. Here's Porter. Makes it off the glass. Porter's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Chicago. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. Outside Jackson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's tipped and stolen by White. Here's Porter. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Pistons shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Rose surveying the D. Griffin kicks to Rose. Markkanen against Griffin. 6 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. For the lead. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Levine. 6 points for Lauri Markkanen. Jackson against White. With the floater. Here's Drummond. And Detroit with another turnover here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And he gets it to go. And now a 5-point Piston lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Levine passes to Carter. Back to Levine. Over in the corner, White. And again, Chicago. No good. Right side, Jackson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
White dishes to Levine. Shot to stop the run. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Chicago calls timeout.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
Saransky's checked in for Levine. Markieff Morris is checked in for Detroit. Langston Galloway comes in for Rose. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Outside, White. Pass to Markkanen. Porter in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And the Bulls with another miss. And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion
for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Satoransky. Yep, it counts. Satoransky's got his first bucket in this one.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Detroit.
Pistons leading by 9. Right side Jackson shoots over Satoransky. Here's Griffin. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Porter, knocks it loose. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. All alone. Kept alive. Here's Griffin. Oh, wow!
Nice! And the athleticism of Griffin, just remarkable. He's fantastic at using his elevation on the glass.
Here's Kennard, guarded by Porter. To the inside. Inside, Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Like to show up unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammate.
And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 16-4 run. Satoransky against Jackson. 20 feet out. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
There's the pass to Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls.
Oh, the lightning-quick reflexes of Porter, they're just outstanding. Crafty at coming up with steals.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit. Passes it to Griffin. Here's Kennard. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Morris. That one off the back iron and out. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. That's now 8 points for Lauri Markkanen. So it's the Pistons now. Now Jackson. 13 points in the game. Here's the teardrop. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls trail by 7. And Porter, here we go. The fader. He can't hit that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Griffin down low. Wide on him. Tries it from 9. Griffin passes to Morris. Satoransky grabs the miss.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the D credit, did just enough to force him to clank that one. And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
First one falls for him.
You know, the versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's done in for White. Then for the Pistons, Christian Woods checked in for Griffin. Doumbouya comes in for Luke Kennard. And Tony Snell subbed in for Langston Galloway. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
And let's review some numbers for Porter. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Snell. Dunn kicks to Young. The shot, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Snell. Satoransky covering. Trying to end the drought. Snell, no good. Bulls trail by 5. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. Valentine wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Valentine's got himself on the board with 3 there. Jackson against Young. Ejected by Young. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. On defense, Chicago. Snell finds Morris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
And Morris drops them both. Bulls have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Left side, Porter. Back to Satoransky. Oh, good on the triple. Pistons leading by 4. Jackson with it. 13 points in the game. Here's Snell. Kicks it to Doumbouya. Now here's Jackson. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. In 4th, the Pistons.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Satoransky, the pass to Valentine. And here is Satoransky. Young outside, shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 7th rebound here tonight, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and Zach LaVine subbed in for Valentine. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Rose, he's checked in for Jackson. Bulls on D. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Satoransky against Rose. Morris, left side. Shot clock at 6. Good work defensively by Carter.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. The lead is 2. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a shot you almost have to concede to Rose. You can't stop everything, and protecting the rim has got to come first.
Satoransky, the pass to Young. Back to Satoransky. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
So for the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Tony Snell. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Off target from the wing. Bulls trail by 4.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr. the center out of Duke. Fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rose against Satoransky. 1:07 left to play in the third. And Drummond kicks to Kennard. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Drummond's got 20 points.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Dunn dishes to Carter. On the wing, Levine. 12 points for him. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got 5.
Certainly a work in progress from there, but Dunn really needs to become a knockdown threat from downtown.
Here's Kennard. They lead by 1. Outside Rose. Pass to Wood. Here's Kennard. Defended by Young. Lobbed up there for Drummond. That's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
An absolute beast in the paint. As soon as Drummond has prime positioning, you got to follow.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line. Free throw, good. Drummond. He hits both from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Satoransky against Rose. Here's Dunn. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists tonight. Satoransky against Rose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
.11 seconds left in the third quarter. Carter outside. Down low. Got a piece of it. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Pistons lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And it's Young in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Pistons leading. In the corner, Kennard with it. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Dunn looking over the floor. Left side, Markkanen. In the corner, it's Levine. No good, shot missing. Good D by Drummond. Rose against Dunn. Rose kicks to Doumbouya. Here is Rose. Pistons passing it around. Wood passes to Kennard. Clock at 4. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's Rose missing. Bulls trail by 4. To the paint. Young finds Levine.
Oh, what a wonderful dunker. Give Levine any opportunity to flush it home. He won't pass it up.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Ball's knocked loose. Drummond passes to Wood, and it's in there. And the Pistons lead by 4.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
On the wing, Levine. Here's Markkanen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Outside, Levine. And Levine throws it down.
An excellent defender. You can see that Dunn takes pleasure in coming up with steals.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Rose passes to Kennard. Back to Rose. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. First free throw is good.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Whitey's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the Pistons, Blake Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Jackson in for Doumbouya.
Gets them what they need. Could have been better, but they're out front.
To take the lead. And there's the nice layup by White.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Rose with the ball for Detroit. Shoots over White. Rose, no good. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pistons trail by 3. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Back to Rose. Drummond trying to get himself free. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
The first free throw is good. And Rose drops them both.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and then maybe causing some foul trouble.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. With the teardrop. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Levine. 6 points for Wendell Carter.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Rose. The pass to Jackson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half and only 1 in the first.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. And Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game in that regard. Such a fantastic passer.
Chris, you almost forget just how big Griffin is because of how smoothly he can facilitate for others.
Yeah, Kevin, and I hate when people say he's a good passer for a big man. I mean, what type of caveat is that? He's just a good passer. He has great vision, superb timing, and that's why he's always been near the top in assists for bigs.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when Griffin is healthy, he's an effective player, a double-double threat who's tough to match up against.
Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Blake Griffin hits them both. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. White against Rose. Passes it to Markkanen. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And that one, good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Chicago trailing here. Here's White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for White. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Rose passes to Drummond. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 24 points for Andre Drummond.
Drummond is an expert at running the pick and roll. The way he dives to the hoop after the screen is virtually impossible for the defense to stop.
White the pass to Markkanen. Outside White. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Over Drummond. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season, he was on a short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the team as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Carter.
And the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
Carter hits them both. Here's Jackson. To the middle. And Drummond throws it down.
But you got to respect the shot selection of Drummond. He does not play outside of himself, always in control.
Now White. Pass to Markkanen. Back to White. Three-pointer. They grabbed their own miss. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Down low, Carter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The physicality Carter Jr. plays with, it's impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Griffin. I mean, he's using his brute strength to capitalize through contact.
Outside, White. Porter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
One shot.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Pistons trail by 3. Jackson dishes to Drummond. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Jackson up top. Clock at 6. Pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
White with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And White kicks to Porter. Back to White. Trying to get open is Carter. Another shot out to White. Corner shot. Bullseye. And the Bulls lead by 3. And the Pistons with possession here. Outside Rose. Jackson from long range. It's all in by the Bulls. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's White. Great pass to set up the lay-in. White's got 8 here in the quarter.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Jackson. At the elbow, it's Drummond. He kicks to Rose. Here's Jackson with the 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the 3s.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 5-point game. Here's Kennard, defended by Carter. For the 3, traps in the tray. Kennard's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Pistons.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Back to White, over Rose. And it's White missing. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Griffin passes to Jackson. It's Drummond, high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To tie it up. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Drummond. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Oh, don't you love the shot by Jackson? He just takes smart shots in these points of the game.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Zach LaVine go to the line here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
One shot.
That one misses for Levine.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career. Now, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
He feeds it to Markkanen. Shoots over Griffin. Good D by Drummond. The Pistons shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Griffin attacking. They now take the lead. Griffin's got 16 here in the second half.
He's showing why he's considered a leader. Griffin wants to be the guy taking these important shots.
And Levine throws it down.
This is what leaders do. Levine commanded the rock and coming through in the big spot.
Pistons shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. White against Rose. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Lauri Markkanen. First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead. Here's White. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Porter. 5 to shoot. .127 left in the fourth quarter. Griffin with it. By Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
Here's Drummond. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Drummond's got 32 points.
Whoa, Drummond is so dependable when the game is on the line. He demands the ball.
And White kicks to Levine. Trying to get open is Carter. The shot comes out. Now the Pistons take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's in!
Coming alive down the stretch. I like how Griffin commands the ball when the game is on the line.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Rose.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
And this could be the old hack-a-shack strategy here. We're seeing this more and more in the NBA, making a poor free throw shooter come through at the line.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Here's Levine. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalizing the play.
Now here's Rose. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
pass to Griffin. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Chicago making a switch here. Young's checked in. The free throw off from Griffin.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
But they get what they want out of that trip. Now a 2-possession game.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
White. No good on the quick three. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 7. 11 seconds left in the game. Here's White. 3 from the inbound. Cans the 3.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're up by 4. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
And so the Pistons take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall our way back into the game.
Yeah, you hung in there and were able to come back and overcome the deficit. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.